Welcome back everyone, and today I am covering a very hot topic that we are hearing a lot of kind of right now in this market as we approach where interest rates just haven't been in over 20 years, and so we are starting to hear the buzzword of assumable loans. And so today I want to dive into it. All right, what exactly is an assumable loan? An assumable loan is essentially when you are potentially a seller, you are looking to sell your home, and you have either a VA or an FHA loan that you purchase the home with, and those are the two types of loans that would allow someone to assume them. First up, let's chat about the VA assumables. For a VA assumable, you have to be selling to another VA member. No one in the open public could potentially assume that loan. Based upon that person's eligibility, will also free up your eligibility. So there are some caveats that you want to pay attention to as far as who exactly you are letting assume your loan. But in a nutshell, the person assuming your loan is going to get qualified through who is holding your loan through the assumption process, the pre-approval process with that particular lender, and then essentially once they are approved by both the VA and the lender who is holding your loan, they will essentially transfer what is left of your loan balance over to them with all of the terms remaining the same. So right now, as we approach the highest that interest rates have been in about 20 years, around that 7 to 8%, everyone who purchased their home in the last 1, 2 to 3 years that have rates less than 5%, this is an extremely attractive option to them. Now, let's say you owe $200,000 left with a 3% loan, but you are trying to sell your home for $350,000. Obviously, you are still going to want to have that extra $150,000. You're not just trying to sell your home for what you owe on it, because then you would just be giving away your equity. So the person assuming the loan has two options on how they can essentially get you your sales price that you desire. They will assume that loan of $200,000 with your 3% rate, which is a huge win, and then they would either have to bring the difference in cash or get a secondary loan. It is most recommended that they go through your current lender of who they are assuming and taking over that loan with in order to get that secondary loan. Just because you're already going through the approval process with that lender, they're going to have all of your information, and it really makes it more of a streamlined and seamless process when you are dealing with that same lender. So in a nutshell, and then as a VA buyer, your eligibility would transfer over to that buyer. It would free yours up, and then you can move on and use your VA again. FHA loans are also assumable, and there are a little bit less restrictions in regarding an FHA because we don't have things to deal with like assignability, eligibility, and entitlement. So FHA is going to kind of be more of a broad on who can assume. The process is still going to be very much the same as far as getting qualified through your current lender and then taking over that loan with all of the terms remaining the same, but then obviously that loan gets paid off from under your name, the credit bureaus, and gets placed upon them. It's still the same thing as the VA. They would have to bring cash to make up the difference or get a secondary loan for the difference from the sales price and the loan being assumed. Now, the time frame for assumable loans, since this is kind of a newer thing, obviously they happened way back when they first originated, all the way back to the 60s actually, for the VA, and it was a very quick process. Obviously, this is something that we have not been seeing kind of in our lifetime. Many of us that are in this industry now, lenders and realtors alike, we are seeing it more starting to happen, and so the time frame is honestly kind of unknown. we've had some that have taken 2 weeks, and we've had some that have taken 3 months. So one thing I would suggest is, if you are looking to go down the assumable route, if you are the buyer or the seller, is to have patience. And this process can take anywhere between 30 days to 3 months. And so you just want to keep that in mind. It may not necessarily be a super quick sale. And if that is something that you're needing as a seller, the assumption route may not be best for you.